Bro, this crap is getting so old. Savannah Hernandez. I'm currently in downtown Austin where anti-ICE protesters have just stopped traffic in front of the Capitol building. Protesters have been waving Mexican and Palestinian flags and instructing protesters on how to properly de-arrest their friends. But you can't make this stuff up. Like, pick a struggle, man. Pick a struggle. They want to protest ICE, but they're also waving the Mexican flag and Palestinian flags. Yeah, just so tired of it. It's so stupid that it's hard for me to articulate something to say because I feel like I shouldn't have to explain how something is so stupid when it's blatantly that stupid. Like it's so insane. Like, when Biden was in office, he was deporting people. They weren't mad about it. And nothing to say about it. Obama, nothing to say about it. Trump's first term, I'm pretty sure they didn't even care that he was deporting people. They just didn't want to build the wall and Russia. No one is illegal. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should all definitely listen to you. Bro, they all got professional signs. They got megaphones. I don't know, out of these people with cameras and video cameras, I don't know which ones are journalists or just activists filming the stuff, but you see like really nice video cameras, and I'm like, dude, this does not in any way resemble a real protest that is born from real struggle. Yeah, like, oh, hold on. Look at that video camera, bro. That is not a cheap video camera. That's not cheap at all. I don't know who the hell that guy is. Looks like an activist. Where are they getting money for this stuff, bro? If they're just out there protesting all the time, where are they getting money for this stuff? If they ain't working. No one knows what the hell she said, bro. No fascists. Bro, did they just forget about like North Korea and China and Russia? But they're here in America where they can openly do this and not be imprisoned or killed on the spot. But yeah, they're yelling fascism. You can't, bro. I'm having a very hard time with the stupidity of people lately. Liberals are now destroying Nicki Minaj merchandise due to her support of President Trump. These people are genuinely insane. Cry harder. Oh yeah. She doesn't want nor need your money anyways. Nicki been around for like 15 years. It's even more funny that it's a guy. That is 100 times more funny that it is a guy. So it's 3 hours ago. President Trump. The radical left lunatics, insurrectionists, agitators, and thugs are going after Kristi Noem, saying the Secretary of Homeland Security, because she is a woman and has done a really great job. The border disaster that I inherited is fixed. The violent criminals that were allowed into our country through Sleepy Joe's sick open border policy are largely gone or being strongly sought for purposes of removal. And the murder rate in the USA just reached the lowest level in history, 125 years. Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in America. Likewise, numerous other once very dangerous cities. Republicans don't let these crooked Democrats who are stealing billions of dollars from Minnesota and other cities and states from all over the country push you around. They're using this aggressive protest scam to obfuscate, camouflage, and hide their criminal acts of theft and insurrection. They should all be in jail. I was elected on strong borders and law and order, among many other things. Thank you to Secretary Kristi Noem. Remember, elections have consequences. President Donald J. Trump. Yeah, I agree. I agree with all that. I don't know why the president is saying they should all be in jail and then none of them end up in jail, though, but I agree with all that. President Trump just announced a Democrat mayor of New Orleans approached him last night and repeatedly thanked him for plummeting crime in the city.
It causes 90% of the crime. Moved over 2,000 criminals.
Damn.
And if you look at the numbers, a very small percentage of your population, 2%, 3% of your population causes 90% of the crime.
Yep.
So when you move a small, it's amazing how that works. But the criminals go over and over and over again. So 2 to 3% of your population can cause over 90% of your crime. So it's not that complex. We moved 2,000 people out of Washington. We brought them back to their countries where they came from. They came through open borders by sleepy Joe Biden.
Yep.
And I will tell you, Washington is safe. If you look at New Orleans, as you know, we went there about 4 weeks ago. I was with the mayor of New Orleans last night. He was at the premiere, and she was at the premiere. She was great. I believe she's a Democrat. She came over. She thanked me so much. She said crime is down more than 50% in just a few weeks.
See, if you're a Democrat and you don't let your TDS get in the way, you can work together and actually have great cities and good things happen. Trump isn't bad. Trump's not a bad person. He's definitely not a bad president. These people just hate him so much that they sacrifice everything else around them to hate him. It's all to spite Trump.
And you couldn't even walk down the street in New Orleans. It's so bad. And now they let us in there, and she is thanking me so much, so profusely. She was great last night. I'd do that if I were a Democrat. I'd say call Trump in, let them do what they do. But we remove people, criminals from the cities, and they become safe cities. If you look at Minnesota, Minneapolis, we have crime down there because we took out thousands of people, despite all the mess and everything else. But do these people really want to have interest? Do they really?
Yeah, to them, it's they don't care about these people. It's not about that. It's not about that. They're just mad that they lost the election and don't get their way, so they're throwing fits like toddlers. Actually, there's a lot of toddlers that act a lot better than them, frankly.